when I was like 18 years old, around there, like some random FAs approached me on the street and then say, oh, you need to get this is good for you, you know. And I was like so naive. So I say, okay, and I signed it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new episode of Are You For Real? My name is Ian.
I'm Shireen.
And today, we are in a new set. I don't know whether you can see everything is brand spanking new. And speaking of new beginnings, right? Every time, our parents say, oh, now you start to work already, you have money, you should do something with your money. Then your friends are invest. Then you have your first paycheck and it's not enough for anything. Then you look at other people, they be like, my passive income 4K, bro. Stress. What am I supposed to do? Now that you start working, have you even dabbled in finances?
Actually, yes, but it's just kind of like more because everybody is talking about it, like, oh, I need to invest this into which market and everything, but it's like also complicated, even like insurance and everything. Yeah, everything is just complicated.
So every time, right, your FA come over to you, then he look, damn suave, he about to convince you something, then he slaps down the policy. The iPad scroll, right, scroll forever one. And it looks like he's about to sue you, Then I'm like, let me think about it. Right, but as you all know, here at Are You For Real, we of course have our subject matter expert here to de-obfuscate all the funny things that we see in all the policy that we don't understand, we don't want to learn. Everything doesn't even look like English anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new studio, Iki and Jonas.
Yay! Hello, I'm Iki. I'm the product manager of the Redflags team.
Yeah, I'm Jonas, software engineer for Redflags. Yeah, happy to be here.
Okay.
Okay, nice. So, to start things off, right? Like, can you guys just give us a bit of introduction about yourself? Like, how do you even produce like Redflags?
I mean, Redflags actually birthed out of a hackathon. So we both joined a hackathon with a group of friends, and then through there we were actually thinking, what can we do for public good? And then it all boils down to my own personal encounter with ILPs. So when I was like 18 years old, around there, like some random FAs approached me on the street and then say, oh, you need to get this is good for you, and I was like so naive. So I say, okay, and I signed it. And then when I first started work, right, when I was like 24 years old, I went up to like a legit FA friend and I said, hey, can you help me review this? I don't know whether it's really okay. And then she reviewed it. She's like, this can't even beat inflation. Then I was like, okay, maybe it's time for me to like cancel it. And then afterwards, I really didn't know what to do with my first paycheck. I mean, I thought I want to be like the best financially savvy person. I want to like go adulting well. So I told the FA, I say, don't tell me what I need. Like I think I need insurance. I need investments. So I told them, and then she recommended me like ILPs and insurance. I'm very thankful. I think my FA is very good with her stuff. So she explained very clearly and stuff. But I just didn't get it. Like she explained to me, she's like, oh, this one have a lock-in period, so you have to be aware. I was like, oh, what lock-in period? I don't really understand. So the thing is, it wasn't that my FA didn't explain to me. It was that she explained and I still didn't understand. So that was the whole issue. And then it was months later when I was like reviewing my own finances. Then I was like, wait, you mean if I withdraw in the early stages, right, like 90% of the money will be gone? Like it didn't click in my head. So that's why I felt a little bit cheated, but I wasn't. I really wasn't. My FA was a really good one. Then I told the team about my experience, and then everyone started to share like, hey, I also encountered this. My friend also encountered this. And then we realized that it is a problem right now in Singapore, and that's why we decided to solve it together. Yeah.
So for those of us who don't know what Redflags.sg is, can you elaborate what actually is the thing that you have created?
Okay, so to put it simply, Redflags is a web application that helps users to sort of get more clarity and sort of understand their financial documents better. So initially our target was youths, but now we felt that as a team, we felt that it could actually be applicable to anyone of any age. So what it does is, let's say you upload your financial documents, like ILPs, like Iki mentioned. Then it'll help you break it down, simplify financial jargon, maybe highlight even some hidden terms that maybe reading through like an extensive 40-page document, you're like, oh, I have no time. And you help flag them out and they help you simplify them so that you can understand it better.
Then do you have your own experiences with like ILP as well? Because
Okay, my story is not as interesting as us. I mean, so me and my friends, for this hackathon, we decided to join just to sort of do like a long-term project because we wanted to do something over the summer because it was summer break for us and we wanted to like try to do something for good while also doing a long-term project that we can put our skills to use. So in that sense, then we encountered Iki and our other team member, Jessica, and then she shared her story about ILPs, FAs. Like then we were like resonating. Oh my goodness. We were also like getting FA friends and stuff who like sort of not say annoyed, but they're quite persistent with recruiting us. Yeah. Although I haven't signed any plans or any contracts, but I've seen a few. Or they've showed me a few. Yeah.
So, when you meet FAs, usually once they get past the fact-finding phase, they're supposed to be able to explain these things to you. Is the original intention to just replace them for that part of the explanation? Like, what was the original goal when you sat down?
I don't think that was our goal at all because we recognize that it's an occupation that there's value to it and we know that we cannot replace them. There's also the human factor, of course. So that's something that we didn't want to like sort of destroy their rice bowl, basically. And then after that, we thought of something that was complementary. So maybe the FAs can give more personalized information based on like more detailed profiling of them, like there are more portfolios. But ours is more of, we're trying to simplify things so that when you get into contact with an FA or someone of who knows more than you, you can sort of know what you're getting into.
I think Redflags is good at flagging out things. So like things that people are concerned with, like I don't know, lock-in period, things like additional costs. Like for example, when you buy a financial product, there's usually processing fees. So a lot of these things like people don't really like know unless they actually buy before. So our whole idea of Redflags, right, is that we know that people don't know what they don't know.
Right.
So we just highlight the things that, hey, this is important. This could be important to you. And I don't think it is anywhere like saying like like all these ILPs are not good. But it's really catered to different people with different goals. Because some people like perhaps their goals align with like the whole ILP offers. So I think it's actually good for them. But it's still necessary that before we make any big purchase, right, we should know rather than like blindly following and then just buy.
So when it comes to like what you say, right, everybody needs a different type of product when they're at different life stages. And obviously when they slap you with a 40-page, right, it's like there's gonna be a bunch of different things. So how would the end user know what should I even care about or what is commonly known and commonly unknown?
I think to answer that, how our application works is we're not giving you any recommendations, like in the sense that we lay it out all bare for you. So let's say it's different products and then you don't know what each one of them entails. So we'll tell you straight up what it is, what are some pros and cons. But in the end, we still sort of phrase it in a neutral tone so that we don't sort of advise you to go towards this direction.
Then would you say kind of like the target audience for this software is more towards like first timers of like buying insurance, or maybe people who kind of already know a little bit about insurance in a sense, because technically you still need to talk to your FA about it and still need to hear opinions from your FA, but there's also no global benchmark as to like what is a good lock-in period, what is a good premium. So how does the software like manage this?
Okay, so on the technical side, which is what I'm proficient in, so in that sense, when you're talking about first timers, yes, it can be targeted to first timers. So when you boot up our web page and you try to sort of start the user flow, we actually have this personalization portion before you sort of insert your document. So you can tell them about how familiar you are with certain products, sort of like ETFs, ILPs, or different type of like investment portfolios that you might have prior experience with. And then you can tell them how descriptive you want our explanations to be, whether you want short and sweet like summary or very detailed to sort of get all the nitty-gritty things out, and then maybe some extra pointers that we should take note of. And then using AI, we sort of like help you generate an output that is more tailored to your portfolio or risk appetite. And then after that, regarding whether they have experience, if they have experience, they can just personalize it to say like, maybe these parts I don't need to be so focused on, like this nitty-gritty, since they already know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Right. So I'm personally quite interested in how this whole thing works. So I've been like reading up on how it works, right? So okay, from what I understand, it is a Gemini powered backend. My first concern, as to all amas and akongs who first hear about AI with my finance, is technically, wouldn't that mean I have to upload sensitive information to a place that I don't trust or own? Like, what is your policy of that?
Okay, so again, from a technical standpoint, so usually when you meet your FA, they'll probably give you like a product sheet, a product summary, and then you can just upload that without having to worry about anything else. Yeah. Additionally, on our database, we make sure that after your session is done, we clean it up so that we don't retain your information as well.
So as with all like large language models and like AI, like what kind of data do you use to like train like this AI?
I wouldn't say that we train the AI particular, but we actually learn from what the financial experts does. So we actually went to like friends and family who are financial advisors or like financial experts who doesn't have any like biasness, and then we ask them, hey, pretend I'm like you, and then like you are selling me a product, how would you look at the product summary? Which part is important to you? Which part will you highlight? And then we learn from them. We actually have all these documents as reference. Then afterwards we bring it to our developers. Hey, this is what people want. They want to know this, they want to know that. And then we actually let our AI model bring all these important points out so that all of us, we can actually have these important points highlighted. Yeah.
So is there any plans to expand the product reach to other things that people might be interested in? Because nowadays, unfortunately or fortunately for some, ILP hot topic. People a bit don't want to touch it with a yardstick. They want to talk about everything else except for ILP, right? So I see that a simplifier and de-obfuscation tool will be very useful for people who are interested in like becoming first timers, knowing that now there's a tool that they can use, so they don't have to get sued by the FAs, right? So is there plans? And would including different products take a lot of work on your end?
Yeah, definitely got plans. We've been talking about this quite long already. It's just when we're gonna implement it. So yeah, we actually want to expand to different categories as well. So like, I remember during one of our hackathon presentations, a lot of people were coming up to us about property, because like people want to move in, maybe buying resale, or like their BTO, I don't know the contract, I'm not of the age yet. So yeah, it's quite extensive as well. So people talking about property, even cars, loans, some things that they think that this tool can be useful to. So we definitely have plans to expand further, but for now, our focus is on refining our current ILP like based analyzing. Yeah.
And you mentioned that this tool is to complement like FAs as well. Then are you also planning to work with FA firms or maybe like individual FAs for this?
For us, because we want to remain like an unbiased entity, so we definitely do not want to work with FA firms. However, we are open to the idea of like engaging FAs individually to adopt using Redflags for their clients. So actually, Redflags is not just like so-called eradicating the FAs, because it actually helps them. If they are really clear conscious, they are sharing everything, and they are just trying to help their clueless clients understand, Redflags is a tool to help them explain even clearer. And I mean, if there's anybody in the world that feels threatened, right, it's probably people who are hiding something. Who is, so, we know. So I think, for us, we are not directly working with any FA firms, but we are open to individual FAs using our product to help explain to our clients.